The disappointment is real. It's a heavy stone in the middle of my chest. I put a lot of work into creating the early enrollment page and writing a series of emails that went out to the waitlist. It also takes a lot of energetic work to hold space when day after day goes by and nobody is signing up. Welcome back to the Multi-Passionate Mastery Podcast, or if this is your first time listening, welcome to the show. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm your host, Deanna Joy. I'm a life coach for multi-passionates, and I truly believe that having many talents is a gift, not a burden. Here in the Multi-Passionate Mastery Podcast, you're going to find holistic solutions to common problems that multi-passionates face, like staying focused after the spark fades, feeling a little bit all over the place because you have a ton of ideas, and feeling like you haven't quite found your people or your community as a multi-passionate person. We're going to get into all that here on the show, and I'm really excited about today's episode because we're doing something a bit different. Today, I'm going to read you an email that I sent out to my email list where I opened up about the fact that nobody signed up for my early enrollment promotion of my coaching program. Let this be a reminder to join my email list if you haven't. So what you're hearing today was sent out several weeks ago to my email list, and I love writing letters to my list. I actually consider it my love letter list. And so while it's great that you're listening to the podcast, I do invite you to hop over and join my email list because there are times where I need to share through writing. One of my many passions is writing, and writing for me is a different medium. It brings out different emotions in me than podcasting does. So there are times where I will send something through a letter to my email list that doesn't make it on the podcast. That would have been the case here, but the response to this particular email was amazing. I got so many people replied and thanked me for sharing and being vulnerable. And so based on that, I've decided to go ahead and read you the email right here on the podcast. But to get content like this in your inbox in the future, please join my love letter list. I will link to that down in the show notes, or you can visit multipassionatejoy.com/newsletter. And that's joy with an I, multipassionatejoy.com/newsletter. And you can sign up there. Okay, so here we go. Here's what I sent to my email list. This week, I opened up early enrollment for my coaching program for those on the wait list, and nobody signed up. Today, I'm going to share how I'm feeling about that and why I'm still proud of myself, even though this enrollment could be considered a failure. Before we dive into that, in case you're not familiar, Prioritize and Thrive is my flagship group coaching program where you learn a simple, repeatable process for bringing your big ideas to life in a strategic order that eliminates decision fatigue, idea overwhelm, and all that second guessing. Doors are closed to the public while I update some of our core curriculum, but with 33 people on the waitlist, I decided to see if anyone would be interested in enrolling early and getting instant access to our private podcast as a bonus. Turns out, none of those folks were interested. As I opened my laptop to start writing you this letter, tears welled up in my eyes. The disappointment is real. It's a heavy stone in the middle of my chest. I put a lot of work into creating the early enrollment page and writing a series of emails that went out to the waitlist. It also takes a lot of energetic work to hold space when day after day goes by and nobody is signing up. Today, as I face the reality that my efforts did not, quote, pay off, I feel pretty shitty. I am human. I allow myself to feel these things because there is no shame in acknowledging the disappointment that's present. But after I give that disappointment a place to live, another feeling arises. I'm so proud of myself. Last year, I wrote an article called Internally Sourced Confidence versus Externally Sourced Confidence. I'll link to that down in the show notes. And in it, I talk about how sourcing your confidence from other people's choices will always be a slippery slope. Instead, it's worth it to strive for internal sources of confidence. Here's what that looks like for me in this moment. I'm proud that I had the courage to open early enrollment because it forced me to put the new pricing of the program out there. It's 3 times what it used to be because my clients have gotten such amazing results. Raising prices takes big, energetic work. It was scary, but I did it. I'm proud that I found the time to prioritize this offering. I have mastered the art of pouring my attention into the thing that is in most need of momentum. That's what I teach my clients to do, and I always practice what I preach. I'm proud to have written a bunch of new emails sharing about Prioritize and Thrive in new ways. Writing that copy reconnected me to the program, and I'll most definitely be repurposing those emails for the full launch. I'm proud that I have allowed this project to be my teacher. This is another concept that I teach my clients. When we allow our projects to be our teachers, it's less about hitting a specific goal and more about what we'll learn about ourselves along the way. I'm super proud of my clients. While creating the registration page, I had the opportunity to read new testimonials that my clients submitted after completing the program. Hearing their words made me feel proud of them and confident about the method that I teach. A few moments ago, I was looking at the glow of my laptop screen through teary eyes. Now my tears have dried and my heart feels lighter because I'm focused on internally sourced confidence and all the reasons that I have to be proud of myself. Also, the coffee's kicking in. Moral of the story: be proud of yourself for having the courage to let your big ideas meet the world. That's the actual hard part. Everything that comes after is an opportunity for learning, growth, and incremental improvements. I have a lot more to say, but I'll stop here for now. If you want more details about what I would do differently next time, reply and let me know. Maybe I can put together an official debrief for you. P.S. This early enrollment flop gave me an idea for a new offering that I'll be launching next month. It's a way for us to connect that's more casual, less commitment, and a perfect starting place if you're new to my work or not sure if my core program is right for you. Look out for more details soon. So that's the email that I sent over to my email list several weeks ago, and I got a lot of replies saying, thank you so much for sharing this. And the overarching message that I was receiving when people were replying was that there is a little bit of a glamorized idea of what entrepreneurship looks like. Everyone talks about these big launch numbers and, how they made $100,000 in 1 month or whatever. And so it was really refreshing for a lot of people to hear that, hey, actually, I made $0 because no one signed up. And for me to sort of process those feelings in real time with my love letter list, with my email subscribers, that was something that was really special. I didn't realize it at the time, but I know that it definitely made me feel a lot closer to the people who read and replied to my email. It made me understand that this is a safe space and that I am creating a safe space for connection. And that has a lot to do with what my new offering is going to be as well, which I teased at the end there. I did receive one reply to this email that said, "You are emotionally blackmailing your subscribers." I think most people who are on my email list know I would never do that. And in fact, I excluded the folks who were on my wait list from receiving this email. I think some people still might have got it because people use different emails to sign up for different, list. But I actually did not send this to my waitlist segment. Now we're getting a little bit techie, but when you have an email list, you can segment out different people and talk just to that segment. I love email marketing. If you want to know all about my email marketing process, I do have a masterclass on that inside the Multi-Passionate Mastery Bundle. I'll go ahead and link to that in the show notes as well. I've been email marketing for years, and that's something that I learned to do is you can segment out your list so you have a separate group of people who you speak to about separate things. It makes it easier for promotions like the one that I was doing. And this email that I sent out, I didn't send it to the waitlist simply because I didn't want anyone to feel that I was trying to make them guilty. So unfortunately, one of my subscribers, who probably unsubscribed by now, when they read what I just read you, responded with, "Oh, you're really emotionally blackmailing your subscribers here." I just want to go on record saying I would never do that. That's not my intent. I don't even think like that. But unfortunately, it did come across that way to at least one person. So I do want to acknowledge, that I initially didn't even send this to the waitlist. However, here it is in the podcast for everyone to hear. So some of you who were on the waitlist, you might be listening right now. Please know I trust your timing. I trust your choices. I trust that in the future, if Prioritize and Thrive is right for you, you will join at that time. And it's absolutely okay that you did not sign up for early enrollment. This is not about you or your choices. This is about my processing of what it felt like for no one to sign up, and to be honest about that and to have a safe space to share those feelings. I also got replies saying, hey, actually, yeah, I would love to hear more. I would love to hear what you would do differently next time and get an official debrief. So I put that together for my love letter list. I sent out a recap of exactly what the promotion was, my strategy behind it, how many emails I sent, what I would do again, what I think went well, and what I would do differently. So there are perks for being on my love letter list, and I would love to have you join today if you haven't already. I'll link to that down in the show notes, or again, you can go to multipassionatejoy.com/newsletter, and that's joy with an I. All right, that's all for today, my loves. I will talk to you soon.